Everybody is talking about how amazing and easy it is to self-host, and that you absolutely should do it if you want to escape the big tech overlords. But nobody really tells you with what you should start with. And that's why I'm gonna have 4 things that you can self-host, and I'm gonna give it points based on these 3 categories. How easy it is to set up, if you actually need it, and how much computer resources it consumes. The higher the points, the better. So 3 out of 5 is pretty decent, and 5 out of 5 is the best. The first thing on our list is also the most privacy-focused thing. It's called selfhsot. It's basically a super private search engine that you can host completely yourself. And what that does is basically, it asks every search engine that exists, what do you have, or what do you have on this resort? So let's say I search, why is Linux the best operating system? It asks all search engines what results they have. So Bing, Google, and all of the others basically. And every time you do that, it creates a new profile of you. And that means that it's basically, to the search engine, you're basically a complete new person that opened Google for the first time in his life. Which means it's harder for Google to build a profile about you and sell the data to the big tech companies. You have no personalized ads or anything, it's completely free and open source, and that's why it gets a 3 out of 5 for the points setup. It's pretty easy if you know what you're doing, but if you not know what you're doing, then you need a lot of ChatGPT help to do it and actually get it done. But for do you need it, it only gets a 2 out of 5. And that's because you can just use other search engines that are not tracking you. For example, the search engine that comes with the Brave browser, Brave's own search engine, that don't collect user data. The second thing you can self-host is probably something that can be useful for everybody. It's Nextcloud. You have seen what they are charging you for storage a month, like Google Drive or something. And Nextcloud is completely free and open source, and you can self-host it yourself, and if you need more storage, you can just throw in a bigger hard drive, or expand the hard drive that you gave it. And that's the perfect solution for you. It's basically your own Google Drive. And it especially shines when you have a password safe like KeePassXC. Because with Nextcloud you can have the file where your passwords are stored in on every computer where you are logged in with your Nextcloud account. And that means you don't have to remember everything every password, or have to type it off of your screen on your main PC, because you have the file everywhere. And if you change the file on your laptop, it also gets changed on your desktop automatically. It's synchronized. This one gets a 3 out of 5 for setup, because it's basically the same or a very similar setup like selfhsot. It can be a bit of a hassle, but it's absolutely worth it, especially because you can have your passwords everywhere. And that's also why it gets 5 out of 5 points in Do You Need It. The best thing is also that it consumes 0 resources, basically next to nothing. So also a 5 out of 5 right there. And the third point is basically a must-have if you want to access all of these services from the outside world. A VPN is basically a tunnel hidden from the world, so that you can have a connection with your stuff even if you're on the other side of the world, like China or something. You can still connect to your server. I personally use Tailscale because it's easy to install, and that's also why it gets a 5 out of 5. And also a 5 out of 5 for Do You Need It, because all of the stuff that you self-host, you're only gonna have access to in your own network unless you set up a VPN or something with ports, but that is a lot harder to make secure. So a VPN is the better choice, especially if only you or 2 other people need access. And it also consumes next to no resources. And now we're gonna go over the last one. The last one is also the easiest one that you can self-host. It's basically your own Netflix. You can just pull all of your RIP DVDs or media that you got from sources on the 7 Seas. And that one is amazing. You can also host music there. So you basically can do your own Netflix and your own Spotify at the same time in the same program. And it's super easy to set up, and it's what I can recommend the most because of its easiness. That's also why it gets a 5 out of 5 in easiness. And do you need it? It gets a 4. Simply because it depends on if you already have a Netflix subscription or Amazon Prime, and you're like, I'm happy with that and I don't need anything else, then you don't need it, of course. But it also consumes next to no resources. You basically just need a computer that can run video decoding, and that's it. More you actually don't need. So I hope that you find this video useful and that you can self-host a lot of stuff now, or know what you can easily start with. And yeah, I hope if you like the video you can like it, and if you want to see more from my channel, subscribe. Bye.